Where am I? From Dandyland Studios. My name is Joey Helpish, and this is How to Song, and it's Friday. So we are going to do an Ask Me Anything with the live peeps as they show up, and we're going to listen to an album. Since we've been working on Garage Bandits the second, I thought maybe it might be cool to listen to Garage Bandits the first. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to hop over to vibe mode. Yes. All right, we're going to listen to the first track. This is me on all the musics and the choruses and some rapping, as well as some rapping and singing a little bit from Dusty Bubbles and Yak Zoo. I think that I'm ugly.
Tell me that you love me. Hey, isn't life wonderful? I think that I'm ugly, and I think that I'm beautiful. Tell me that you love me. Hey, isn't life wonderful?
You see, it's really pretty obvious, unless you don't have the foggiest. You'll notice that I'm glorious, maybe close to godliness, but also I'm the sloppiest with a tendency towards naughtiness, and I can be the cockiest, but also the most ridiculous. I guess the deal is that I'm all over the place. I lack grace in my head in this space where I'm racing to catch up with everyone, but I'm so far behind that maybe I'm in the lead, and now you see how badly I need to be freed.
I think that I'm ugly, and I think that I'm beautiful. Tell me that you love me. Hey, isn't life wonderful? I think that I'm ugly, and I think that I'm beautiful. Tell me that you love me. Hey, isn't life wonderful? I hate it when I'm ugly. I hate it when I'm beautiful. I love it when I'm ugly. I love it when I'm beautiful. Just call me confident in all my insecurities. Playing both sides of the fence ain't nothing new to me. They say the beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but it feels much more complicated the longer that I'm older. Fuck it, I'm a beautiful bastard. Hang the banner from the rafters. Life is like a book and I'ma dig into these chapters. And forever after, I'ma be the best me. I already graduated, don't you try to test me. Best believe those can't deceive. You can't retrieve what you don't leave. You best believe those can't deceive. You can't retrieve what you don't leave. I think that I'm ugly.
Yeah.
And I think that I'm beautiful.
So beautiful.
Tell me that you love me.
Just tell me.
Hey, isn't life wonderful?
So beautiful.
I think that I'm ugly.
Yeah.
And I think that I'm beautiful.
So beautiful.
Tell me that you love me.
Just tell me.
Hey, isn't life wonderful?
My life is so wonderful, even when it sucks. My wife is so colorful, she's super deluxe. Take a step back and get a new perspective. Writing rhymes is super effective, and I'm super connected, but I feel so undirected. So I sit in my room and I stare at the wall, watch my monkey mind take over my brain. For real though, I'm just trying to maintain. If I'm honest with myself, it's hard to explain. My life is so beautiful and yet I complain. So I sit with Mary Jane, no more pain. My life is so ugly, what has become of me? How about a gentle chill dude with a nice attitude, in touch with gratitude, even if I have the blues.
I think that I'm ugly, and I think that I'm beautiful. Tell me that you love me. Hey, isn't life wonderful? I think that I'm ugly, and I think that I'm beautiful. Tell me that you love me.
Yeah. Boom. Okay, yeah. Hi, buddies. Good morning, Gray. Good morning, BJ. Okay, it's Friday, so ask me anything. I know you got some. I know you got the questions. So ask some questions while we listen to some musics, and I'll answer them between songs. Just a few things. We're listening to today the first Garage Bandits album that came out the first of this year. We've been working on the second one, and I thought it would be cool to go and listen to this stuff. So how I made it is very similar to how I'm making the second one, which is that I made a bunch of beats, and I made a bunch of choruses. A quick thing about the beats, Pete Johns, my buddy over at Studio Live Today, said during a live stream that there was this pack that was like really hard to make music out of. It was a bunch of sample keyboards and Flex and Flow for GarageBand. So I took it as a personal challenge, and I made all these beats out of Flex and Flow just to spite him. And then over the course, I think this one took I think it was a couple months. I would send them a beat and a chorus, and then they would send me back their verses. And I actually, you can find on How to Song Reruns me mixing the first one. And the other thing is that these songs ended up, like the choruses just ended up becoming alluding to different lessons that I taught both these dudes, and just things that we talk about, or just kind of fun things. So the first one was very funny fun. The second one is I Don't Want to Try Hard Anymore, and it's just all about perfectionism and overdoing it and trying too hard. So here we go.
Don't wanna try hard anymore. Perfectionism is really quite a bore. I don't wanna try hard anymore. Perfectionism is really quite a bore.
It turns out that perfectionism's bullshit. It's really just being scared to admit that at some point you must submit. Even if a mess, just commit. Just commit. Commit to the mess. The mess in your head. The mess on the page. The mess in your bed. The mess on the stage. Perfectionism's bullshit. The mess is all the rage.
I don't wanna try hard anymore. Perfectionism is really quite a bore. I don't wanna try hard anymore. Perfectionism is really quite a bore.
I've given up, 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 I've given up. I don't care, trying for an outcome, trying so hard, just leave it alone. I listen to the void, I play with toys, I go for a walk, I drink some tea, cruise on a bike, I simply be. Take a deep breath, I listen to the sounds, I lay on the ground, meet my friend for a beer. We discuss our fears, then we leave it alone. I'll do that track when I'm in the zone. I'm living fulfilled, well, most of the time. Mostly depends on how I feel. Let's be real, can't be on all of the time. Well, maybe I can if I can remember I'm already perfect.
I don't wanna try hard anymore. Perfectionism is really quite a bore. I don't wanna try hard anymore. Perfectionism is really quite a bore. I don't have a notebook of ideas. I execute on my dreams all day long. I ain't gonna waste my time trying to make it sound refined. I'm busy moving on to the next song. Well, picture it perfect. You say tomato, I say tomato. 'Cause getting it perfect without all the work is not the motto. To all the perfectionists, here's a pill to swallow. Perfectionism is cowardice, condescending and hollow.
Boom! The actual sound of a boom in a song. That's what that is. Okay, we got some questions. Keep the questions coming in, buddies. There's an unlimited amount of questions that you can ask today. So, Ella, good morning. Let's see, who's the first question? Oh, what got you started in live streaming? So, it's something I've wanted to do for a long time. First of all, I guess I should talk about what kept me from live streaming, which is that I'm much more of a radio kind of a guy. I would prefer to do everything in audio. And the, doing a camera, being in front of a camera, like all those things kind of kept me from it. And the iPad and iPhones definitely enabled me to do it. And I guess it would be, let's see. It'll be 2 years this summer that I started live streaming every night or close to it, and doing different shows, and doing different kinds of music during live streams. And then when the pandemic hit, I started doing the Morning Cup of Helpish and streaming every morning. For a while, I was actually streaming every morning and every night. BJ will remember this. And then Kirsten and I kind of like started this online venue that happened for a few months. It ended up being too much for me to manage, having different people from the same account every night. But the pandemic definitely like kicked things into high gear. And then this time last year, around this time when George Floyd passed away, and just everything was heavy, I stopped for quite a while. And it took a while to get back. It wasn't until the fall till I got back into it. So there's a not so quick answer. What's the hardest part about being a musician? Asks Ella. So it's other things. Okay, so first of all, a little bit about identity. I've been trying to put this before I talk about identity because I talk about identity so much. I am not I do not make music because I am a musician. I'm a musician because I make music. Action comes first. So if you are a musician, that means that you make music. And if you make music, that means that, and you live in a Western society, specifically an American society, where it's really not valued. It means it's really hard to make a living doing it. It's really hard. That's the hardest part about being a musician, is being able to be a musician. For that to be your identity, it requires you to be able to live and make music. And making music, because it is a language and it is submersive, is not something you can really do like a little bit. Again, action defines identity. So if you make a little bit of music, you're a little bit of a musician. If you make music kind of full time, you are a full musician, because that is the action that defines your identity. So in order to be able to make actions that define your identity, that make you a musician, you have to find a way to make a living. It's getting easier because people are starting to think outside of this very 20th century idea of what an artist is and what a musician is, where there's basically just like these siloed ways and these certain things. And I think that the pandemic has taught a lot of people that they can do things like I do, which is like I teach, but it's not like I still make while I'm teaching. And I do it as a form of therapy for other people, and I figured out a way to do it as a service. And I think that creativity and art as a service is the future. Just everybody creating for each other as a form of service, as things like jobs and the way that we think of it go away. There you go. There's a mini rant. Get your vaccinations yet? I will not answer that, because I think that's extremely violating to ask people that. And I'll never ask somebody that. And have you written any pandemic songs? No. My life is a pandemic. All my songs are pandemic songs. Okay, we're going to move on, but keep asking the questions. Here we go. Boom. Oh, yes. This is our sexy song. Let's get into it.
Went to the coffee shop for a little writing. Something about this day felt extra exciting. It was probably the lighting, or maybe it was the angels flying above me in the sky. Who really knows why? I walked through the door, caught this redhead with my eye. She was looking hella fly. Now I'm feeling kinda shy, but I'm a confident guy, so I had to drop by, had to give it a try. Move through these butterflies. I moved a little closer to get a better look. She was sipping her tea with an anatomy book that put a smile on my face because intelligence is sexy. Then I close my eyes and picture her all sweaty, all covered in confetti, cause I'm ready for a wedding. And I know that sounds crazy, but there was angels in the sky. Don't ask me why, but I'm ready for a baby. There's something super special about this lady.
Damn, damn, baby, you're a very special lady. Maybe later we can go halves on the baby. Damn, damn, baby, you're a very special lady. Maybe later we can go halves on the baby. Damn, damn, baby, you're a very special lady. Maybe later we can go halves on the baby. Damn, damn, baby, you're a very special lady. Maybe later we can go halves on the baby. Body wants to make another body with your body. Come a little closer, we can get a little naughty. Body wants to make another body with your body. Come a little closer, we can get a little naughty. My body wants to make another body with your body. Come a little closer, we can get a little naughty. My body wants to make another body with your body. Come a little closer, we can get a little naughty.
You know, relationships just aren't for me. My wrinkled clothes and bad dancing make that plain to see. But you're pretty cool, you know, for a human. Practically makes me wanna start grooming. You got that style that turns me around, makes me start using words like confound. I know this is probably gonna all sound like static, but damn, you make me wanna leave my attic.
Damn, damn, baby, you're a very special lady. Maybe later we can go halves on the baby. Damn, damn, baby, you're a very special lady. Maybe later we can go halves on the baby. Damn, damn, baby, you're a very special lady. Maybe later we can go halves on the baby. Damn, damn, baby.
Yes, Ella, it's a little dirty, but it's in such a nerdy way. Like my verse, my body wants to make another body with your body, is such a hilariously nerdy way of explaining heterosexual attractiveness. How I have my coffee, just like a candy bar, just all the sugar and cream. But there are times when I just go like black, or just go creamer only or sugar only. So I kind of like all the stuff. And no offense, BJ, at all. I'm very pro-vaccine, but also very pro-medical privacy. So that's the conundrum I'm in. Boom. Okay, so let's see if I miss any questions. Boom. Okay. We're going to move on to the next song. What is it? I don't know. Do you know what it is? Dusty probably knows what it is. I haven't listened to this in a while. It's cool. So please ask me anything, Dusty. But also, if you've asked me something, ask me something else. Yeah, you repeated your question, which was that the coffee one? Like a candy bar. I love me some mochas. Okay, let's get into the next.
Nowadays, I find it hard to concentrate.
Just a quick thing about this song. This song like went mini viral. It like got 1,000 views overnight. I have no idea why. Here we go.
Nowadays, I find it hard to concentrate on who I'm supposed to love and what I'm supposed to hate. Sometimes I just wanna put some duct tape over all the mouths of all the humans just for sanity's sake, and adjust my brain. Wonder what will it take? Will it bend or break? Lie still or shake? I don't wanna let it go. I'm gonna let it grow. I don't wanna let it go. I'm gonna. It's a cycle. Psycho. The feeling like I wanna chill out. I think I'll let go. It's a cycle. Feeling psycho. The feeling like I wanna chill out. I think I'll let
to be. Spin around one day and I'm on top. Spin around again, can't seem to stop. Hoo-wee, I don't like this thingy. I'm pretty lost and it's not just my age. I mean, I was lost when I was a sage. Since when did I get in this cage? I mean, I think I'm spinning right off this fucking stage.
It's a cycle, it's a cycle, psycho, the psycho, like I wanna chill out. I think I'll let go, it's a cycle, feeling psycho, the psycho, like I wanna chill out. I think I'll let go, it's a cycle, feeling psycho, the psycho, like I wanna chill out. I think I'll let go, it's a cycle, feeling psycho, the psycho, like I wanna chill out. I think I'll let go.
Wake up in the morning and I change another diaper. Been a million years since I've been in a cipher. Living repetition like it's Dante's Inferno. Locked into cycles like an evil Virgo. In a nutshell, I am living in hell. About to feel the forces and frequencies. I need to admit that I'm ordinary. My life will take me where it wants to go. My life will take me where it wants to go. My life will take me where it wants to go. My life will take me where it wants to go.
That beginning line, sometimes I just want to put some duct tape over all the mouths. Sometimes I just want to put some duct tape over the mouths of all humanity, or over all the mouths just for humanity's sake. Okay, we got some questions. All right. What we got, though? What's your favorite song, both that you have made and that you've heard? That's not a thing. It's not remotely a thing. To have a right now, my favorite song I've ever made. Well, first of all, my favorite song has not been written yet. So, but Tiny Little Pieces. The song where I talk about breaking my heart daily and turning the pieces into songs. That one's really good. It was a cool moment when I wrote that. As far as my favorite song, I don't have one. That doesn't happen. Okay, so I mean, basically everything Billie Eilish makes is perfect, song structure wise, songwriting wise. Is there ever times when you have wanted to quit music? Keep the questions coming. I'll answer some more. I'm going to answer this one, and then we'll go to the next song. But keep those questions coming. So, I did quit music. When I was 30, when I was 29, I quit. And there was a lot of misunderstanding what was going on. I went through at that time, like the couple years before I quit, making music. And so my band was kind of blowing up. I had to tell a record label no, because I was really sick and I didn't know why. Neither did the doctors. And it was just a lot of things. It was 3 years of constant being on the grind. Of constantly touring locally, but also playing in clubs every single night of the week. I had weeklies all over the state of Oregon, so I would travel most of the state of Oregon every single week for a year and a half or something like that. Super grinding, and I remember making this deal with God that was the reverse deal of the devil. So instead of standing at the crossroads and asking to be one of the greatest musicians in exchange for my soul, I was like, yo, God, I'll pay attention and do your work more. You got to make me stop writing songs. That worked. That, for whatever, I could science the shit out of why that worked, by the way. and I stopped writing songs for a while. But that's not the cause. That wasn't the cause of the pain. The cause of the pain was that I'm autistic, and that was an extreme example of what long-term autistic burnout is. Most autistic women experience something like I experienced around the same time, between their late 20s and their late 30s. We used to not diagnose women as autistic like at all. They were all kinds of other names, and we pumped them full of Valium in the 50s. And because you get to a certain age and you're masking all the time and you're trying to pass as neurotypical and live this neurotypical life, which is like really a struggle for ADHD and autistic people. A little more specifically, it's a little, struggle's relative, but it's a pretty difficult struggle for autistic people, but also for ADHD people. It just manifests in different ways. Burnout for an autistic person is dangerous. It's horrible. You just lose the ability to function, and to think about thinking and to mask anymore. And so that's a big deal, a big part of what happened. And then I went back to caregiving, and that was a struggle, a big struggle. So I was making a living as a musician, but I was just working so hard. But a lot of why I was overworked was, first of all, I was trying to do this traditional way, the rock star way of making a living, / the local musician way, which is like just whoring yourself out and playing with different bands every night and just being a musician for hire, which is exhausting. But it was the other stuff. It was the social stuff that was torture for me, that I had to do. And then it was also the social exhaustion of being the leader of a 5 to 10 person band, who all have needs that I don't understand, and I had needs that they didn't understand because all of them were neurotypical. And so it was really a struggle for me. But what I learned as I came back to music via teaching, and just making it a part of my life instead of like this big giant goal, just making music a part of my life, is that I thrive when I'm creating. And the best thing for me to do is to put myself in a position where I benefit from constant creation, because that's my happy place. There you go. There's a little bit of rant. If you have any more questions, throw them at me. Mans, women's, people's, whatever. Gender norms are stupid. Let's listen to the next thing. Yeah, ooh-wee.
I don't know now what the fuck we're supposed to be doing anyway. Ooh-wee. I don't know now what the fuck we're supposed to be doing anyway. Ooh-wee. I don't know now what the fuck we're supposed to be doing anyway. Ooh-wee. I don't know now what the fuck we're supposed to be doing anyway.
My strength is being gentle with myself. I don't know where my life is going, and that gives me great relief. My only purpose is to be natural and open my heart through relationships. I nurture myself through living in the moment. It's how I show up. I release the question, who am I? No label defines me. Nothing outside of me can define me. I give myself inner freedom. I give myself inner spaciousness, and then I pass it on to others. I say, here you go, be yourself. There is nothing more beautiful than being the God that is inside you. Shit, you can't listen to the comments, listen to the chatters. Your authentic heart is the only thing that matters. So don't worry about the clappers or climbing the ladder. All ambitions and dreams are just a game. They're meaningless. Nothing I create is sacred. I just keep going and identify with nothing. Being and becoming are one and the same, because time is an illusion. There is no conclusion. There is no end. That's the joke. Life will take me where it wants to go. My destiny is written into my DNA. I guess I can relax. Divine laziness is my new way of seeing. I have nothing to do, nowhere to be, no one to impress, nothing to become, no agenda, no direction. Ooh-wee, the game is ended.
Ooh-wee, I don't know now what the fuck we're supposed to be doing anyway. Ooh-wee, I don't know now what the fuck we're supposed to be doing anyway. Ooh-wee, I don't know now them up your asshole. Ask yourself why you need to seek so much control. We'll take your perfect plan, shove them up your asshole. Ask yourself why you need to seek so much control. We'll take your perfect plan, shove them up your asshole. Ask yourself why you need to seek so much control. We'll take your perfect plan, shove them up your asshole. Well, here's a little truth. Some people may not know it. Despite all the doing that I do, I still struggle with focus. Back in the day, used to let the critics play. You know, I'm like, fuck what they say, I'ma do it anyway. Back in the day, used to let the critics play. Now I'm like, fuck what they say, I'ma do it anyway.
Don't have much business being on the song. I have this problem of saying things wrong. Probably should learn how to use the bong, but life for me is always with the gong. Shit, man, you know, I'm so confused. I've been used, abused, refused. Who's to know where I'm supposed to go from here? Gonna get run over, I'm the deer. Wait a minute, I thought this bit was done. My counting is off by a ton. Then again, fucking up is my idea of fun. Just like how I end. Time goes by, the years they fly. Started out so shy and then time moves along. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tick. Gotta wonder what's the point of the shtick.
Boom. Are we? I don't know now. What the fuck? Okay, we only got a couple left, so I need y'all to ask some questions. Ask the ranty questions. I like the ranty questions. Okay, so was there any questions for this one? Oh, what do I want to be when I grow up? I mean, me. Joey Helpish. Yeah, I want to be an artist. I don't want to be a teacher. I want to be a dad. And that's about it. I want to be me. Unapologetically. Okay, good morning, Michael. Mr. Zland. All right, this is my favorite track on the whole ass album. These last couple are actually pretty cool. Seriously, everyone is required to ask me a question, even Michael, during this song. Ask me literally anything.
Turn up the stereo. Turn up the stereo.
Turn it up, 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 turn it up.
Turn up the stereo. Turn up the stereo. I'm the kind of dude that come up with an attitude, and when I lead the people say, wow, that dude was rude. Not much of a party, yeah. To be honest, when I'm around a lot of people, I just wanna crawl inside a hole. You know, it's like everywhere I go, people are expecting me to put on a show. I don't though, or at least until I do, I'll just sit here making tunes out of all my issues.
Come over to my place. I got some great tunes and a case of beer. Come over here, listen real clear. The music is bumping so it's hard to hear, but maybe it's more than just these songs. Stick around for long and you'll see something's wrong with me. Pressed against the speakers with my ear. Been partying so long that I can't hear.
Turn up the stereo. Turn up the stereo.
my back to listen to a track alone in my room brings a smile to my face. It's my therapy, self-clarity, a moment of stillness, a moment of grace, a moment to dance, a moment to be, a moment to laugh, a moment to sing. Doesn't even matter if I'm on key. Life is karaoke, okie dokie.
Turn up the sound and lift me off the ground. Turn up the sound and turn me around. Turn up the sound and lift me off the ground. Turn up the sound and turn me around. La, 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 la. Turn up the stereo. Turn up the stereo.
Boom. Some of y'all are asking me questions, and I'm going to fight you in the face. I'm a badass. It's not true. Okay, so cop out. What question do you want us to ask you so you can rant? Have you ever seen Doctor Who? For reals, get those questions going. Okay, what else we got? What do we got here? Cool. This is the last track-ish. And this one is just Dusty and I. This is When the Wolf Cries.
They try to act like we wouldn't notice. Just another sheep in wolf's clothing. They try to act like we wouldn't notice. Just another sheep in wolf's clothing. I've been struggling and hustling since I was born, man. Pattern recognition made it so I could understand all these inconsistencies and deficiencies. Systematic powers left in the wrong hand. Wolf cries wolf and claims he's a victim. He's not getting what he wants, so he blames the system. Listen, it's a given. We need to reconstruct the way that we've been living. They try to look through a blind man's eyes. They try to listen to a truth teller's lies. Wake up one day and realize, better recognize this is when the wolf cries. They try to look through a blind man's eyes. They try to listen to a truth teller's lies. Wake up one day and realize, better recognize this is when the wolf cries.
I have had enough. I have had enough. So I go to the woods. To be alone with my thoughts, get rid of the noise. It's the lies that destroy. So sick of the news. I don't care about your views. I'm connecting to the rhythms to see past the system. Now I'm hanging with this tree. And I ask her how to be free. How do I find my truth and cherish my youth and then step into the booth? I close my eyes and then I hear a whisper. Trust in life. Sit with your grief. The earth is your relief.
They try to look through a blind man's eyes. They try to listen to a truth teller's lies. Wake up one day and realize, better recognize this is when the wolf cries. They try to look through a blind man's eyes. They try to listen to a truth teller's lies. Wake up one day and realize, better recognize this is when the wolf cries.
Boom. Okay. I guess we have to talk about Doctor Who since you guys clearly want that to happen. I don't want to talk about Doctor Who, but I'm gonna have to. Okay, so Jodie Whittaker, is my doctor. I really like her portrayal of the Doctor kind of the most. That being said, so that would be like, as far as like actors and the character of the Doctor, that'd be my favorite. That being said, writing wise, one of my least favorites. And I feel the same way about Peter Capaldi. But so writing wise, I think that everything Stephen Moffat did was perfect and that Matt Smith had the best overall story arc. But it's a close second to Paul McGann. So like nobody knows about Paul. He's the 8th Doctor. He was in a shitty 90s TV movie in Doctor Who, but he has actually played the Doctor more than anyone else in the history of the Doctor because I'm a big radio drama nerd and a big audio drama nerd and a big Doctor Who nerd. And so the 8th Doctor has something like 400 stories, but they're all radio drama. Yeah, the movie Doctor. He is my favorite. The last track is pretty amazing. Okay, so I guess that's all I'll say about the Doctor. But yeah, so it's Jodie and Paul. Matt would be third. Paul's really close though because story-wise, in the long run of what Paul has done, he's done several different shows, different series, and they've evolved that character from what he looked like in the 90s, which is like very Edwardian, to a leather jacket and being very close to the War Doctor or Ninth Doctor stuff. Okay, that's enough about that. I'm a big fan of 10 too. I mean, I'm a fan of all of them except for I can't stand watching the Third Doctor. He just bores the shit out of me. I think that was Doctor Who at its most boring. And so I'm just not, I like it, I'll watch it sometimes, but like this is not like the Celery Doctor too. Got to show Kirsten the black and white Doctor Who for the first time the other day. It was pretty cool. All right, do you schedule your time like 2 hours for this, 3 hours for that, or do you wing it as it comes? So no, I schedule my whole life is scheduled, but I schedule big chunks of I don't fucking know, and sometimes the I don't fucking know becomes a little too passive. So it'll become things like video games or just like making beats or whatever. And so sometimes it's I don't fucking know, but clean the house dick. So like right now, we're in I don't fucking know territory, unscheduled. So I schedule everything, but I schedule unscheduled times. So there you go. But as far as like creativity, yeah, I mean, that's just kind of where I schedule time to be creative. I don't let creativity dictate my whole life anymore, even though it kind of does, but like I'm the master of that shit. Okay, so do we have any more questions? I thought, oh, there we go. Okay, so the visualizer, what is it? Well, let's unhide the thingies. How do we do that? Is it H? Yeah, okay. So this is called, what is this app called, Joey? You don't even know anything. Let's just turn that way down. Doobie doobie doo wah. Doobie doobie doo wah wah. Okay, so what the hell is, okay. The name of this app is weird. Animus, Animus. It's a Mac app. And this is the first one that I've been playing with. Kind of one of my long-term plans is to really get into visualizers and VJ type stuff. This was pretty easy to get into. I still haven't used like a whole bunch of this stuff. But you can see what it does is it adapts to the audio coming into your computer rather than on your computer. Holy moly. What is even happening? I can't, so wow. Okay. What the hell? Let's go Particles. Duddies. And then we do that stuff. There's 3 main things. So there's this guy, and then this sea-sickening thing. Let's just turn them all on and mess with it for a second. But it's super dope. It's free, and I highly recommend it. Yeah, there you go. Whoa, dude, trippy. Yeah, it's too trippy for me. Sorry for making you look at that bullshit. What Billie Eilish song should I listen to today? Well, first of all, if you have an Apple device that you've bought in the last year or so, you probably have Apple Music. And even if you don't, it's $5 a month. It's worth getting it just to watch the Billie Eilish movie. It is so good. It does such a good job of showing really the strengths in her family connection and what happens when you have like 2 like mentally healthy, creative parents who homeschool their children, and they just become the biggest stars on the planet because they're nurtured and taken care of. And it shows her Tourette's and her neurodiversity quite a bit, and the music is incredible. And it actually shows you them creating some of the biggest hits in the world in a little bedroom. Hey, see you later, Ella. See you wait, no, not tomorrow. So Saturday, I got some stuff to do, and I think that it's looking like that's just going to be what happens on Saturdays. And so I'm taking Saturdays off from the live stream. So the next time I'll see you, puppies, is Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific for the Sunday Strum. And we're gonna do it in the living room and possibly the front or back porch this week. I'm gonna be trying to try different spots. So I'll see y'all on Sunday. And are you gasping because I am taking a day off? How dare I? So anyway, I didn't answer your question, Dusty, but you should watch that movie. And I mean, like just today, let's see, it's like a sunny, nice day. It's springtime. There's a lot of newness in this spring. I mean, and it's, you know what? Yeah, okay, I got it. I just wish you were gay. Because that's a little more on the fun side. And it's like kind of a funny song. So I'd say I Wish You Were Gay is good. There's also a secret album she has. If you go to her page, you look for the EP that has Ocean Eyes on it. She made when she was 13. It's all the SoundCloud songs they made when she was 13. So it's the album that's not When We Die or When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? That's the big album with all the big hits. But there's another little album that's a little more, I mean, a lot of Billie's music is depressing, right? So, or it just comes from a dark place most of the time, and it deals with really dark stuff. I would say her latest album is wintry. Whereas the first album would be, I think I'll probably listen to that today. In fact, I'm going to. So that's what I would suggest is just I Just Wish You Were Gay is off of When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? But check out the earlier one. Yeah. Okay. There we go. All right. I gotta get going. I hope you have a badass day, buddies, and I love you, and I will see you not tomorrow, but Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific. Peace. Make something terrible today, would you?